Hi everybody, welcome. Let us not forget that the UFO that I showed in the last video was so bloody extremely close as compared to these objects going by one another. You can see crossing paths, one on the bottom, going downwards, one towards the top, and look at that. That's usually the distance I see the UFOs. And the last UFO video was ever so close, no sound, straight up over top of the house, high enough for me just to say I probably wouldn't be able to get it with a rock, and I'm still not sure that one. Let's look at the last analysis of it. It looks like HARP is beaming over my house or something, right? You see that shape nonetheless in the center. It's incredible, and with the filtering we're seeing a lot of it. The lights seem to be coming from over top of that object, and yeah, so let's look at the details of what I caught last time. Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. The shape of the UFO that I captured a couple days ago that a couple of you found interesting, and myself for one, is that one, it was changing shapes right around the interior. Whether we could see the stars go through them or not, there was still a shape present. Notice how the lights are coming from the outside of that square all the time. That's what we can see right here, really along that line where the light intensity was also going up and down as it's traveling across the surface. So we can see right here, we can clearly see that there is thrusting of that light. There was no noise at all whatsoever. I wanted to show you this before going to the surface of the moon and looking at some of the most amazing structures I've ever captured, trying to get the clearest shots that I can. And of course, I won't stop. I'll be looking for other things. Again, looking at the sky too. We're going through a grim moment here right now with the weather, but we'll have better days. It really is thrusting light. You could see it. And you could see four elements that are stronger lights than the other smaller lights. So you have like four strong thrusters, and you have four other ones that are lit up that look like lights and don't look as strong. Now watch this. Watch the shape and form of this as it's really intensely brightening up right now, and watch what happens to it when it goes full ballistic white, full blown illuminated. You'll see there's a certain shape, because we are going to go see real quick too other shapes of UFOs, which are just basically UFO known shapes that were captured. Look at that. Did you see that? There you go. Full blown. And I'm going to show it in the next frame and slow it down right there. Completely illuminated. It looks like actually like the sign flower on the sarcophage. The first sign ever found, actually. One of the oldest signs is that 8-sided sun sort of thing. And that's exactly, I mean, wow, that's exactly what it looks like. Check it out here. Seriously, I'm going to slow it down to show you the difference of the intensity of light when it thrusts up. And again, no sound. Look at that. That's full-blown illuminated. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Look at that. That looks like another shape and cross. All this symbolism, right, that we can see in this, but it's pretty exceptional to see it like that. And again, before this object, my friends, arrived, it was plasma. A literal wad of gum or spit, like somebody spit out a wad of water out of their mouth, and that's looked exactly like red plasma flying around. These are the shapes of UFO forms that people, talk about, and I see a lot of the similarities. Here it is one last time before we head to the moon, and I do hope you appreciated the video. You see it got up to 8,000. I'm surprised. Wasn't even, but again, I did say it was not going to hit 10,000, and it probably won't for a very long time. But you know what? This UFO video should be getting out to other people, because it's silly. On YouTube, everyone's looking for these videos, real videos, and the lights and the way they're blinding us and hiding their shape and forms makes sense. Probably very real. An amazing place by the creator that shows, ladies and gents, a setup on the surface. This is not scary for you. It sure is for me. High dynamic range image right here. Yep. Looking into the high dynamic range, trying to get the best shot of these surface areas. But look how, I mean, come on. I don't know what you guys and gals think this is, but I know for a fact it's massive. And it definitely does look like an industrial setup. All these lines here, incredible. Also, take note here, this is not one building structure, right? It's an accumulation of many structures that spans for about 50 to 60 kilometers wide. Imagine that. And the most exceptional part is that it's right beside a crater again, like a really deep crater. And look at all the detail that goes around the lines that I'm showing on the center. We got like this triangular top shape. We have some other lines occurring here. A nice view of it with the green filter as we'll zoom up and you will see the surface is ridiculous. I have no idea what it is, but it's scary because that is something massive. That is something hidden on the moon. Imagine going on without us supposedly the humans do not know about it. Well, NASA must know something about it. That's for sure. When I found the first what looked like a building or connection where people were going through, the the thought that they could be machines also went through my head. But look at how they're connected. If those are machines, I mean, maybe the moon is a spaceship. I mean, that goes to show you why some of these theories pop up. If people are finding this on the moon, or I guess people aren't finding that in the moon. I found it anyways. I wish other people were showing it, but like the news. We got a lot of channels here on YouTube. You can't flip out for what the little channels say. I mean, it takes 2 seconds for someone to whip up a channel and say he's a researcher, right? We're all researchers, but are any of us finding anything? I know I did on the moon, and this should be in the news. The clear shapes are not alone. I found several cutout areas of the moon that have tunnels going to them or lines going to them. So whatever they may be, it's only a normal assumption that I would think these are buildings, right? You know that guy who does the commercials and talks fast? He should talk for my videos.
Over top. And here, this one is really pressed up close to a crater. Don't ask me what it is. It's a line of smoke that is actually moving over. Of course, I have it slowed down for you, very slow, so that you can see this object it's caressing the surface if you want. It's probably high enough up over the surface. It literally looks like a cloud, storm cloud actually, possibly, right? Just moving over. It's very white, and we can see smoke coming from it.
Well, if I could talk faster, I could get in some more information in these videos. Like there's a limit, right? It seems to me I say as much as I can, but all these things are on the moon. Look at the lines. Look at the Death Star. That's literally what we're looking at. The moon has towers coming off of it and everything. I mean, it's crazy. The lines that are connected to the craters, they have to be mining or doing something industrial, right? It can't just be because they're setting up houses along the craters. I highly doubt that. I mean, what would be the use? See the lines there? They're all connecting all the structures to one another. That's all anyone in ufology has ever been looking for, and researchers looking for structures on the moon. It's all there. They wanted proof to see if, why would we see UFOs on the moon? Are there structures? Are they going to structures? It would be a dream being able to prove it. Well, for Pete's sakes, we're looking right at it. I highly doubt that's a swimming pool. We know it's not natural. Okay, you don't have to be an archaeologist to understand that that is not natural. And it's concerning because you see one of the lines looks like it was recently put there, and the other lines look like they're either older or sort of see-through-ish. You know what I mean? They're lighter in color. Maybe it's because they're older. Maybe there's dust over them. I don't know. But they're connected into the inside of the ground. You see it veering off downwards. Copernicus, look at the surface. Oh my goodness. Tell me there's nothing up there. I mean, it's an archaeologist's dream to go onto the moon and to look at all these structures. I'm sure of it. If it wasn't for my amazing community, this channel wouldn't even exist. Thanks a whole bunch, everyone. I really appreciate it. Slow disclosure is in progress. More information will be coming. A lot more.
This is Houston. Say again, please.